Alrighty, as you can see, we've got quite a lot of ingredients in front of me today. I was watching a show last night called Plate of Origin. It's an Australian cooking show, and they made a chicken souvlaki. They actually did this in 45 minutes. I won't say how well it went or anything like that, in case you want to watch it, which you probably won't. But anyway, it's going to be chicken, pita bread, and you're going to have a tzatziki. So with the chicken, the recipe has its own marinade, but I already had some chicken that I've already marinated it, and I had it in the freezer. So I've just thawed that out, and I'm gonna grill that on the barbecue. And then once I've grilled it, I'm also gonna slice up a capsicum. I'm gonna saute that off in the pan, and then once it's all cooked, I'm just gonna, mix it all together. And then I'm gonna for the bread. If you come from a country that has self-raising flour, that's good. But in Austria, they don't. So I'm gonna make some. All it is just plain flour, and we'll add some baking powder to it, and that gives it the puff. And then also, in with the bread, it's gonna be some butter, some yogurt, salt, pepper, all that good stuff. And then the tzatziki, obviously you're gonna need some dill, some lemon juice. We've got some garlic there. We've got some cucumbers and some Greek yogurt again. Also, the recipe calls for mint, but I've only got this noodle mint. But yeah, if you get your hands on the fresh stuff, go right ahead and do that. And then after all that, we're gonna make up a little, extra to put in there with it. So we got a red onion, got some baby lettuce, got some tomatoes still on the vine. This is not in the recipe at all, but I think it'll go well. I got some avocados. And then once we got all this chopped up, I'm just gonna dress it all with a little bit of apple vinegar there. So yeah, should be good. Okay, so we're gonna start with the bread. Now I had to look this up online. To make self-raising flour, it said for every 150 grams of flour, you need 2 teaspoons of baking powder. So I have 350 grams of flour, so I'm going to need 4 and a bit. 1, 2, 3. That should be all right. That's an 18 gram packet. That should be fine. All right. Now, along with that, you're going to need 300 grams of Greek yogurt. I'll go ahead and pour that in. There we go. That's 300. And a little bit of salt. About 2 teaspoons. And then you just want to get in there with your hand and mix it all up in together. Obviously make sure you got clean hands. Alright, also we're going to add a little bit of olive oil into the dough there. So just about a good tablespoon's worth. Just add it in and then just keep working this dough until it comes into a smooth ball. Alright, once you've got your dough sort of all looking like a dough, I guess. You're just gonna put it back into a bowl and just cover it with some Glad wrap, and just let that rest while you get the rest of your stuff together. All right, for the tzatziki, I've just gone ahead and cut up some cucumber. I've taken the seeds out and then grated it and then squeezed all the moisture out. You can use a towel or something. I just put some paper towel together and just, squeezed all the juice out. So, you're gonna need that. And then you're gonna need to add 300 grams of Greek yogurt. There's that, I'm gonna need another one. Then you're gonna need a couple of tablespoons of lemon juice. So I'm just gonna put the juice of half a lemon in. That should be good. And then Morris just made off with my teaspoon, so I'm gonna add about a teaspoon of dried mint. And then we're gonna add some dill. That's about 10 grams of dill that I've chopped up there. And a couple of teaspoons of salt. And pepper, which I don't have right here, so I'm gonna go get some. All right, pepper. Pretty much salt and peppers to taste. I'm gonna give this a good mix. Also in here, we're gonna put goes garlic. Now, usually in tzatziki it's fresh garlic, but no one likes to taste the raw garlic. So we've just got a whole, well, it's a whole bowl, but it's like a small one. It's about that big. And we've just cut the top off, put a bit of oil in, wrapped it in foil, and we're gonna bake that in the oven. Now that's gonna take about anywhere like, half hour to an hour to make. So we're just gonna make this now, and then once the garlic's ready, we'll come back and we'll put the garlic in once it's baked there. So, I'm just gonna add the juice of half a lemon, I should say, to the chicken, to the pre-marinated chicken, I should say. And now I'm gonna go out and put it on the barbecue. So, we're ready to grill the chicken, but it is mid-January here, so it's already dark outside. So the lights outside's not too great, but we'll see what we can do with the filming. We'll see if it turns out. All right, I've just gone ahead and chopped up the capsicum into bits about yay big. I've got a bit of oil and butter in a pan. I'm just gonna salt these off for a few minutes, just till they start to soften up, and then we'll take them off. Just as I put them in there too, I'm just gonna add a little bit of salt and pepper. As I said, we're just gonna saute these up for a few minutes. It should only take about 5 minutes or so, then we'll take them off. All right, once your dough is rested there, you just want to take it out and just give it a bit of a weigh to see how much it weighs, obviously. So mine turned out at 725 grams. So you want them in about 100-gram portions. And since I have a little bit more than 100 grams it's fine once you portion these out. All right, once you've got them all portioned out into how much you want, just gonna roll it out. You just want to start it into like a little rectangle shape, and then just get your rolling pin onto it. Start rolling it out. I need a plate to put it on. Alrighty, so as you can see, we didn't film a step, but I've got the garlic out of the oven and just smooshed it up and put it in here. And now I forgot to bring a spoon, so I'm going to use the spoon that the avocado is sitting in. Just give that a good mix in. Make sure it's evenly distributed everywhere. Okay, also I thinly sliced, like really thin, the onion. Then chopped up the tomatoes and the lettuce, and then I just dressed that with a little bit of the vinegar and salt. All right, now it's time, the best part of the night. Time to eat. Okay, so you can do this any way you want, but I like to do it with the sauce down first. Sauce. Also, The chicken I just took off and chopped up into pieces and mixed it with the peppers, or the capsicum. And then I've just had that sitting in the oven to keep it a little bit warm. So don't be cheap on a chicken. It is a chicken dish after all. All right, then the salad.
Yum, yum, yum.
A little bit of avocado. Now my hand is completely dirty, so I'm going to go wipe it before I wrap it. Right, now here comes the most difficult part, because I've probably put a bit too much in, but that's just fine. I'm going to try and wrap it up here. Roll it up. Best you can. Obviously put too much in, but it's fine. Right. That is pretty damn tasty.